Hi everyone, it's Lisa. We hope that you are safe and healthy at home. Today I'm going to be presenting to you a craft that, with the help of one of our kits, you could easily make at home. And that is our bottle cap art. I'm going to change the position of our camera and we will get a little close-up and you can see how these are made. Okay, I think this is a much better angle, but as you can see, well, before we get started, sometimes if you ask, people will provide, and I saw this wonderful little fun, kind of folksy looking bottle cap art, and I thought, how cute would that be for us to make that as one of our crafts? And so I spoke and asked, and sure enough, someone came up with literally a bag full of bottle caps. So that was a blessing in disguise, and it also allowed us to do this wonderful little craft. So here are the items that you're going to need. Let's get into those first, and then we will show the process because it's relatively easy. You're going to need, obviously, a plaque, a piece of wood, just something of your choosing. You'll see that I have painted this one. I haven't finished painting it. Actually, I kind of like the rustic look of it as it is with just the one coat on it. This one I stained. I believe this was an oak stain. I did not apply finish. I didn't sand it. I didn't do anything. I think this is kind of rustic as it is, this piece, and so I didn't want to polish this too much. Also, just to let you know, well, this one obviously has been stained. And then I also wanted to let you know that I found this for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And you could easily apply these to this surface as well. Painted, stained, it'll do the same. It'll have the same effect as paint and stain on these little plaques. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need bottle cap lids. Again, if you ask, people will save those for you. And I was lucky enough to have a resource for those. You're going to need a stick to make the stem of your flower. You'll need some pliers, and I'm using E6000 as well as a glue gun, our handy dandy glue gun. And then I think that is it. So let's get started on the process. The first thing that I did, obviously, is I stained my board. You can leave them natural. This one, natural, is this color right here. So I thought that was just a little bit too light, and so I chose to stain mine. The second process, I'm going to leave this up front for us to look at while we do this. The second process is you're going to determine how many that you need of a specific color. I believe there are 9, maybe 10 on here, so I went ahead, and so you didn't have to watch me do that. I went ahead and used my pliers and pinched together from the sides, I'll show you in just a moment, to get the petal effect. I also needed 2 green, or any color of my choice, but I chose green for the leaves, and then I needed a center one, and I kind of like that one. That one has a tree in the middle of it, very unusual, so I chose that one. In the middle of this one, you'll notice that's a guitar there, okay? And then that is it. We're going to go ahead and assemble this. I do want to show you how to use your pliers. I have very little hand grip, so I did need to use the pliers to help me. But once you get the top of it started, you can see that these bend really easily. And I've already bent all of them except my centerpiece, which I do not want to bend. Now I'm going to be making this facing me so that I can actually see what I'm doing here. But again, however you choose to put them on there, you do not have to make a flower. If you Google this, you'll find that there are all kinds of other options as far as getting this decorative effect into a piece of artwork. So I like to use E6000 and the hot glue. If I were to take this outside in the hot sun, if you're intending to make a large plaque or anything that could be used outside in the hot sun, the hot glue will loosen. If it's going to be knocked up against a lot, if it's going to be handled a lot, then again the glue gun, simple glue gun, probably won't hold it together. So I'm going to be using E6000 and the hot glue. And I'm going to start with my centerpiece. And I'm going to put, let's start with putting a little bit of our E6000 on here. We've used E6000 before. I'm going to put 3 pieces or 3 dollops. And then I'm going to go around my edge lightly. With my hot glue. There we go. And there's my first piece. And quickly, I'm going to do the same process here. I'm going to use a little strip or a dot even of E6000. I'll use my glue gun. Sorry, I'm shaking. I don't know what's going on. And I'll start with one right in the center. I know what's going on. I used the blower on my leaves yesterday, and that is the residual effect, I believe. I hope that you've been making some of the crafts that we've been posting. And I'm putting these just right side by side. Let me move some of my other things out of the way here. This one's still a little bit open. I'm going to close that one just a little bit more. Much better, much better. We have kits for these. You may come by the library to our curbside and request one of those. They are first come, first serve. They do go quickly. I'm going to go ahead and real quickly finish this process so you can see how easy it is. I've seen these online. They get very elaborate with their presentation and the way they form those. I'll let you see, there's a lobster, there's the state of Kentucky, which I intend to try to do. The flag, I love this flower, so you can layer them. I have some more examples on the back, but you can see how fun this bottle cap art is. Just a few more. If you don't have E6000, think of another adhesive you might have. I do know that the Gorilla Glue adhesive is very good. You might have some of that at your house. We're getting close to done with this. How easy is this going to be? It looks like I'm going to have just enough of my bottle caps there. Also, this hot glue holds them in place until the E6000 actually sets up or starts doing its job. Okay, there's our flower. The next thing we need to do is insert our stem. I'm going to break this because I do not have scissors here with me. There we go, that's gonna work out perfectly. I'm just gonna, little thin layer of hot glue and a little E6000 right in the center and kind of on top. There we go, and then we just need to decide where we want our petals to go, or excuse me, our leaves to go. And there we go. There is another one of our bottle cap art pieces. I hope you've enjoyed this. How simple is this? You know, keep in mind, these do not have to match. You don't have to have the exact same bottle cap for each one. You can rotate every other one. There are some beautiful bottle caps out there right now with some of the beverages that are being processed locally as well. So think about what you have, what you can add to, and I hope you'll think about creating this bottle cap art. I hope you enjoyed it and keep crafting.